The Packers lose to the Carolina Panthers 16-13. Tucker Kraft, his health, more important than the winter loss. Sprained MCL, someone said, but we don't know for sure. He always leads with his opening statement. He is Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher. Then we will get to your phone calls. Packers lose 16-13. Take it away, Tausch.
About as disappointing a loss as I've seen in the regular season in the Matt LaFleur era, I would say it was today. And I felt all week this was, let's just go be a pro. Let's see if this team has grown up. And for whatever reason, they didn't today. You could say weather. I didn't think this was going to be a super easy win. I just thought we're better. We're at home. You don't lose these games. And everything kind of had to fall Carolina's way in order for them to win, and they did. So I want to give Carolina credit, but I also want to say from Matt LaFleur, the game plan going into it, and from Jordan Love's perspective, and the fact that Tucker Kraft was injured, I thought was a huge difference maker. But we didn't play good enough to win. We just played a sloppy. This reminded me of a game at the end of last season. It kind of reminded me of the Bears game a little bit. And they don't deserve to win. They still have a lot of growing up to do. If this team wants to be as good as we saw it was in the second half last week against Pittsburgh, and a team that we felt like in the first 2 weeks of the season, they are not that team on a consistent basis. They are a flash team of that good. Outside of that, they are an inconsistently good football team. And that gets you beat against average teams sometimes. The great teams don't lose games like that today. They don't. Not at home. And it's pretty disappointing, and I think most Packer fans are going to put this at Matt LaFleur's footstep. They're going to put it at Jordan Love. And you can look at the offensive line as well. But I also would say, where was our defensive line today? Bryce Young didn't get sacked, I don't believe. They're bouncing O-linemen in and out. So all in all, I'm very disappointed in the fact that you didn't trap game, whatever. I expected this team to grow up and win a game in just a professional. We don't need to be at our best. We were not. We didn't even play we probably played below a C game, and that allows you to lose to average football teams, and that's what we saw today. So just an incredibly disappointing day watching the Green Bay Packers, and that is my opening statement.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur proved again that as far as clock management, he's just the worst. He needs an assistant. You don't kick the field goal with 11 minutes to go, and you have, 8 yards to go, and you have all these injured players. You don't have your offense. What the hell are you thinking? And he uses a timeout, which they could have used at the end of the game. No one does it worse than he does. No one. I don't know. I don't know where it comes up. All right, you explain to me how and why you go for it. I know they went for it on 4th and 4. Now it's 4th and 8. You have all these people hurt. It's in. And he's had other games where it's come up. And it hasn't cost them. Yeah. This time it cost them.
So I don't mind if you're at 4th and 2 or less and you just don't feel like your offense is going to get down in the red zone. Your offense today moved the football. You just stunk in the red zone.
Right.
You couldn't do it. So that was a no-brainer to me when it was 4th and 8.
Explain to me what he's thinking. Just help me out.
I think he's thinking, I don't know how many more possessions. Because Carolina had possessed the ball so well, I think he was thinking, I don't know if we're going to get another crack to tie this game. That's what I think he was thinking. Because how much time was left?
To go.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was 6 or 7 minutes.
No, I'll
11
go back.
minutes.
Let me get the exact time.
Yeah, I want to make sure we're accurate on that. I'll say this. I think a lot of times everybody is trying to kind of keep up with the Joneses when it comes to going for it on 4th down. Not every 4th down attempt is smart and aggressive. that made no sense.
Fourth and 8 at the 13 with exactly 11 minutes to go.
No doubt that was a brutally bad decision by Matt LaFleur. You make that decision. I don't know if it cost you the game or if we'd still be watching overtime. I don't know. I do appreciate. I thought Greg Olsen was fantastic today. He points out things taking the football first so that you get the wind to make that kick at the end of the game. That was smart. LaFleur deciding to take the penalty on that dance touchdown penalty from Dowdle and let him miss that extra point, and then not going for it on 2. I know some people are like, go for it. You don't want to give Carolina opportunity to be super aggressive and go if you would go up 14-13. So I thought LaFleur did some smart things in that. I know when you kind of look back at it, not doing it and forcing Canales' hand at the end. But, yeah, you have to take points in that spot. I don't know what his explanation after the game is going to be. He wants to be really aggressive. He wants to always be able to say he's going to err on the side of aggressiveness, but that made no sense, and it ended up hurting his football team today.
And I want to emphasize, as I've said this about him before, it is game time management. If Tucker Kraft is in the game, the decision isn't nearly half as bad as he is. Is he incapable of adjusting? It's like, well, I have a play. It'll work. Well, half your team didn't make the game. Doesn't matter. That's the play I run.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't. I'm incapable of comprehending it. I don't know what he can think.
Don't know. Yeah, I don't know if maybe he lost confidence in McManus with the field goal. I don't know. Those are questions
they were on the 13-yard line.
Homer, I'm trying to give you. Okay. You asked me why he would do it.
I apologize. It's not.
I'm trying to tell you what might go in. Somebody will ask him, and he'll give you answers. And whether or not you're going to like them, I don't know. It made no sense. This game, you played right into Carolina's hands.
The quarterback is
horrible. You let them run the football.
He is so bad. The interception, McKinney wasn't even there. It was like the guy threw the ball so far away from where it was, and we saw again.
Well, let's not – and also, Homer, Jordan Love was not good today.
No, I stand by my statement. You can't trust him. You never know when he's going to go goofy.
We are very fortunate on that 4th and 8 when he threw that pick. That should have been a 100-yard touchdown return the other way.
Yes.
If Carolina's guy could catch it. So,
and the pass that was intercepted, there were 3 guys back there. The guy who intercepted the pass, I don't think he was just playing center field. There were 2 other guys guarding Watson.
No, he made some decisions today that I don't understand what he was looking at. And I think Greg Olsen said he just throw it up and let him go make a play. Yeah, if it's 1-on-1.
Right.
You can't do it. He threw it into triple coverage, and then I don't know what he was doing on the 4th and 8. I don't know. You'll have to ask him. But today was another example of if you want to be on the Steve the Homer True Rex Ryan train of, he's good when he's really good, but when he's not good, you can't trust him.
Because he came back and got the touchdown at the end of the game.
I just want to make sure I'm crystal clear. I still, because I've gotten texts, and I'm sure there's going to be calls and tweets and everything else about Jordan Love.
I still believe you can win a Super Bowl with him. Hasn't changed.
I think Jordan Love, let me tell you this. If you're asking me if I want Bryce Young over Jordan Love, get that blank out of here. That's an insult.
I want you over Bryce Young. That's why to give up
Bryce
that big
Young
run at the end of the game blew me away.
But he made a few plays, and I don't know how we didn't get home at all on him.
Yep.
Because Carolina's O-line is beat up. It was, Homer, it just was everything that you needed to happen went
by the
wrong.
Way, this is really important. Detroit's going to lose to the Vikings. So that's a push. It's about winning the division.
Not all losses, but the Detroit. I think what we're learning is if you don't come out ready to play and you don't put out your best effort, anybody can beat you. We saw it.
Even
looks
McCarthy?
Like, the
Who they
Steelers
didn't
are
want
gonna
to
beat
play
the
for a
Colts.
month?
What's that?
They didn't want to play McCarthy for a month, right? Isn't that what everybody believed, that he really wasn't that hurt?
Yeah, that's what a lot of folks thought, and give credit to him. He found a way. He found a way to get it done up in Detroit. I don't think anybody was going to pick Detroit to beat Minnesota with that, and I'm sure nobody picked. I saw on our little thing, nobody picked Green Bay to lose to Carolina. You can't just roll your hat out and think because you're at home you can win. The league is too competitive, and Carolina, you tip your cap to them because they found a way to come into Lambeau, muck the game up, play a slow play, and Green Bay's defense, while they got the one turnover, they didn't make enough behind the line of scrimmage plays to force and help Green Bay's struggling red zone offense out. And Carolina did just enough to get it done, and kudos to them.
And kudos for changing at running back. Dowdle is way – I mean, I have Hubbard on my team. Dowdle is good, and they don't win the game without him. Because Young's horrible.
Yeah, and does that worry? Does this worry you that we can't stop the run? I'm not worried about that. That does not come into my mind. But
what worries me is this team is fragile because their head coach is fragile, and you just hope they get on a run. They got the players. They got enough players, but the team's reflective of their head coach. And
when you say fragile,
yeah.
What exactly are you saying when you say that the head coach is fragile?
You can't count on anything. They're soft, and so they're capable. I mean, look at they've lost to Cleveland and Carolina, and yet on the other hand, it would be fitting for LaFleur to beat Philly next week. But you can never count on him. And then the problem with that is you get in the playoffs and you don't have enough games where you can't count on them. So this is what I said at the beginning. They're good, but are they good enough? Well, this was. I mean, there are bad plays in games, and then you look at this and go, "Come on!" But anyway,
so Homer,
I haven't lost. I said this before. I haven't lost. I still think they're capable of and the standard to me is to get to the NFC Championship game.
Well, I don't know if Philly's off this week or if they play later. You said it. Detroit lost. This is going to be a scramble. There's 6 or 7 teams in the NFC that are good enough to go to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Green Bay is one of those. I thought that we were a really good home team, and we still needed to mature into becoming a good road team. Today shows me we still have a long way to go because this is the game we have no business losing, and we just got beat. So,
the Eagles
this team's got a long way to go.
The Eagles they were off, so they're not playing. They're resting. So. All right, we have people lined up. We'll get to the calls from Mark Tauscher. Packers lost 16-13. Next.